Welcome back to RideWire, the channel where we break down the bikes you're curious about and take an honest look at what's worth your time and what's not. Today we're diving into one of the most anticipated updates to a modern classy 2026 Honda Rebel. The Rebel line has always catered to riders who want a cruiser look without the cruiser weight, the intimidation factor, or the maintenance demands of bigger V-twin machines. It's the bike people recommend when you want something approachable, customizable, and unmistakably cool. This year, Honda has pushed the platform forward in ways that make it more refined, more capable, and more competitive than ever. Whether you're a new rider eyeing your first real machine or a seasoned rider looking for a lightweight, stylish daily, the 2026 Rebel lineup brings some compelling updates worth paying attention to. The 2026 model sticks close to the Rebel's identity: low slung stance, neutral ergonomics, and a stripped-down, minimalist silhouette. But Honda's designers decided that familiar doesn't mean unchanged. The overall body remains recognizable, but the tank shape has been subtly reshaped with a more sculpted upper contour, giving it a more premium profile that still fits the classic Rebel DNA. The seat has been redesigned with denser foam and a new textured finish aimed at improving long ride comfort while keeping the seat height impressively low. That low saddle, still hovering around 27 inches, is one of the Rebel's strongest accessibility points and a big reason why it remains the go-to beginner-friendly cruiser that doesn't feel like a compromise. Power is where the 2026 Rebel shows the most noticeable refinement. Honda keeps its reliable engine platform but retunes it for smoother mid-range torque delivery and a slightly more responsive throttle feel. On the Rebel 500, the familiar parallel twin is now optimized with updated fuel mapping and intake improvements that broaden the usable power band. It's not suddenly a horsepower monster, but the tuning makes the bike feel more alive around town and more planted on the highway. For riders stepping up from smaller displacement bikes, this extra smoothness in the middle of the rev range adds confidence, especially when merging, overtaking, or holding consistent highway speeds. The Rebel 1100, which continues as the heavyweight of the family, sees a similar refinement but with more focus on ride feel. Its big parallel twin borrowed from the Africa twin and now runs even smoother thanks to revised engine balancing and a lightly updated exhaust system, giving it a deeper, more pronounced cruiser tone. Honda also refined the DCT auto-shifting behavior, making it more natural at low speeds and more responsive under spirited riding. For those who prefer manual shifting, the 6-speed gearbox benefits from a cleaner engagement feel, helping the 1100 feel more connected and predictable under acceleration. Riders who love the combination of cruiser looks and modern engineering will find the 1100 more dialed in than ever. Suspension is another area where the 2026 Rebel gets meaningful upgrades. The front fork receives revised internal damping to reduce front-end dive and give a more planted feel during braking, while the rear twin shocks now offer improved adjustability and a more progressive response to bumps. The changes aren't dramatic, but they're purposeful. They give the Rebel noticeably more composure on rough pavement and better balance under load. Whether you're carrying a passenger, adding luggage, or just navigating uneven city streets, these small tweaks add up to a more comfortable ride overall. On the tech side, Honda continues to walk the line between simplicity and modern expectations. The updated LCD display is cleaner and easier to read in bright sunlight, and the 2026 model finally includes standard Bluetooth connectivity for basic ride data and notifications. It's still a simple cruiser at heart, so don't expect full-color TFT screens or complicated menus, but the convenience is welcome and well implemented. Honda has also improved the LED lighting system, giving the headlight a slightly wider beam spread and increasing overall illumination at night for a safer riding experience. Another standout upgrade for 2026 is Honda's expanded accessory ecosystem. The Rebel has always been one of the most customizable platforms in the cruiser market, and Honda is leaning into that with more factory-approved add-ons, from new soft and hard luggage options to alternative seats, windscreens, and styling kits. Riders can personalize the bike without relying only on third-party solutions. Honda even offers a touring pack for the Rebel 1100, which includes a mid-height windscreen, saddlebags, and a comfort touring seat, making the bike far more viable for long-distance riders who want a flexible cruiser that can pull double duty as a lightweight tourer. As far as performance feel goes, riders will appreciate how the 2026 Rebel manages to balance easy handling with a sense of capability. The low center of gravity remains a defining trait, helping the bike feel nimble at low speeds and surprisingly flexible through curves. The upgraded brake system, featuring revised ABS tuning and a slightly stronger front caliper, adds confidence without feeling grabby, especially for new riders. The Rebel has never been about outright speed. It's about predictable, enjoyable, everyday riding, and the 2026 model pushes that philosophy even further. Now let's talk pricing. While final numbers may vary slightly by location, the 2026 Rebel 300 is expected to come in around the low $5,000 range, keeping it within reach for entry-level riders. The Rebel 500 lands closer to the mid $7,000 range, offering an excellent balance of performance and value. The Rebel 1100, depending on whether you choose the manual or DCT version, slots in around the $10,000 to $12,000 range. Considering the design improvements, performance refinements, and factory accessories available right out of the gate, the pricing remains competitive and aligns well with Honda's emphasis on reliability and long-term ownership value. What truly sets the 2026 Rebel apart from competitors is its unique blend of approachability, modern engineering, and customizable styling. Many cruisers still lean heavily on retro inspiration, sometimes at the cost of weight, handling, or tech. The Rebel continues to define its own category: a lightweight, contemporary, and urban-friendly, without abandoning the soul of a cruiser. That combination has made it one of the most popular platforms among new riders, smaller riders, and riders who want something stylish yet practical. The 2026 updates reinforce what made the Rebel successful while ironing out some of the platform's previous rough edges. At the end of the day, the 2026 Honda Rebel doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it doesn't need to. What it does is refine a formula that already resonates with thousands of riders. It's smoother, more comfortable, slightly more tech-forward, and more customizable than ever. If you're looking for a cruiser that won't overwhelm you, that you can grow with, and that fits right in whether you're commuting, weekend cruising, or customizing your dream setup, the new Rebel deserves a serious look. Thanks for watching RideWire. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2026 Honda Rebel and want more deep dive reviews, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know which bikes you want to see next. Ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.